Hey Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Lloydminster and the Astec Safety Challenge. Chris McQuid here along with Ian Isaacson. Hi, Ian.
Hi, Chris. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
Very, very good.
Good. We got a great B qualifier here tonight with Marco Hoesli against Ross Whyte, and just drawing for hammer. They both covered the pin with their first draw attempt, so second draw attempt here to determine who will have hammer for the first end.
They could probably do this all night.
Yeah, it looks that way. They seem to be dialed in. We might be in for a good game here. Whyte quite a bit short on that one.
Got to measure it regardless.
The guys weren't really swooping that too much, but I guess they saving the energy for the game there. So. For some of these teams have played a few games today, so it's starting to get to the grind part of the event.
Yeah, I think it definitely affecting some teams. I commentated on Reed Carruthers' team the other day, and they were playing with 3 instead of 4, and I think that definitely affected them later in the game.
No kidding. A lot of extra work for that one sweeper. A little background on Team Hoesli, winners of the Oslo Cup and the Grand Prix Bern Curling Challenge, runners up at the Fall Classic, and they finished 3rd at the Swiss Cup Basel, Stu-Sells Oakville, and Toronto Tankard. Marco's a 2-time World Junior Champion silver medalist, and Philip is a World Junior silver medalist as well. And Philip also won the Winter Youth Olympics mixed doubles. And Team Whyte, of course, world number 7 out of Scotland. Winners of the Scottish Men's Championship in 2024. Runners up the Euro Super Series 2024, finished 3rd at the Baden Masters and 4th at the Grand Slam National. Scotland just producing amazing talent over there, of course, with Team Mowat as well.
Team Hoesli with the 2nd successful draw to the button and taking hammer.
Yeah, so Team Whyte will be throwing first here in the first end with the yellow stones. Some handshakes and we're underway.
I think there were some comments in the other chat. Ross Whyte, one of the only players on the ice with the extra jacket. Must not be used to this cold weather here.
I was thinking it must be a little cold out there. But I guess he is a skip, so he's probably not sweeping much too. That would help. A little extra sweeping.
That's my position. So I'm usually second end. I'm jacket's off, the gloves are off, everything's off.
Yeah. Yep. Doesn't take long to heat up. I watched Team Whyte last night. We commentated that game with a real tight one against Brad Jacobs. Came down to a measurement and an extra end, so they did win it. Doesn't get much closer than that.
Yeah, there's been some excellent and very, not say parity curling, but I mean, everyone just doing phenomenally. Lots of really excellent shooting.
Absolutely. Ian Kyle delivering lead stones. Looking for a tight guard here to start off the game.
And once again, we're only going to get commentary likely in English from half the mics down there, but for anyone the German expertise, they'll be able to get the other half.
And Hoda Teresa from Montana, it looks like, and also Clock Basher. Let's go Team Whyte, cheering them on from Scotland in the wee small hours. I think you're 8 hours ahead over there or so. So Yeah,
that would be
thanks for your dedication and for tuning
either
in.
a very early morning or a very, very late night.
That's right.
All right. Was hat er jetzt noch Sydney?
And Curling Scrooge says, hey Ian as well. So hello to you.
Wird vielleicht schwierig, ja. Mal schauen, wie Sydney ist. Hat schon zweimal in soft gegeben.
So we're game on here. We've got a center guard. We've got a rock sitting just back of the button in the forefoot. And Kyle will be asked to just draw down on top of that. Potentially sit one frozen here.
Vielleicht, aber kannst du zweimal soft haben.
Just touch it and bump it back just a bit.
We're seeing a lot of two guards in the game that we were commenting on earlier. What's the reasoning for a single guard and straight in on the?
Yeah, I guess just a little more aggressive play, but really wanting to get in there right away.
That seems to be the general strategy for team without hammer from what I've seen in the overall strategy. Lots of rocks in the ring early.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the hammer just trying to give something for themselves to protect later.
These Scottish teams we found have been really able to get themselves out of trouble too if they do get into it. They have that high hard one kind of in their back pocket at any time. So
yeah, lots of availability for hitting.
Yeah. Whyte with a chance to make a double and sit two here potentially.
Kannst du es da nachher wieder zurücknehmen? Sydney. Ich kann es auch zurücknehmen.
Sounds like good communication from the front end, just adjusting the broom a little bit.
Good that they can make those team decisions and not take them personally, rely on each other. It's just going to overcurl, won't quite get the back one, but he will roll to the side of the forefoot and sit one, for it looks like, from this angle.
Lead and skip, also from Scotland, saying, I'm up early, 3 a.m. right now.
That is early.
7-hour time difference.
Or late, I guess, yeah. Just depends how your day is. Thanks for joining. Happy to have you.
Sounds like a lot of support from Scotland overall. Happy to provide the feed and some commentary on the team from Scotland.
Yes, sir. That was a great double by Team Hoesli, and will roll the shooter out, but continues to sit one back forefoot. Swoop that hard to get it to where it would make the double, and had enough weight that it moved everything.
Bitte. Nein, der wartet jetzt.
Full house of action here tonight at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Centre. 6 sheets, 12 teams in action here Thursday night. So looking to move into tomorrow and continue to play towards those playoffs.
Yeah, the field won't really thin out until tomorrow. Everyone's still basically alive here. The majority still alive. All to play for.
Yeah, we'll try to keep you updated on some of the other scores as well as they come in.
down. Hang good. Achtung. Yep. Yep. Good touch. Yep. Hard. More down.
Sweeper's working hard on this one, trying to get it there. Weak enough to knock her back.
We found last night the further the teams got out, it seemed to really curl out there, and maybe a little bit tighter on these, a little less curl when you kind of get inside those 4-foot lines. So one held pretty good. The Supers are able to hold it there.
Yeah, the only thing that we were noticing with our last game here was anything in the middle there, just everything was tight to guards and rubbing guards and just missing, like just a little bit too tight or a little bit
Just that
needed that
wrong side of
little
the edge.
extra ice or
There's another close one there, but they do get it by. Sit and roll, about maybe half buried there behind that.
yeah, pretty nice roll.
center guard. Such nice precise weight there too.
First stone here from Marco.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Clean.
We've had a fairly clean end here overall. It looked like we might have a lot of rocks in play, but teams are happy to just exchange stones here with that center one. Looking for a miss maybe. We get a hit and roll out here, so maybe a chance for Team Whyte to bury one in there. A little bit tougher spot to get to.
Clean end certainly favors Whyte at this point, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giving them a chance either for a steal or a blank.
In last evening's game there, Whyte was able to take 3 on Jacobs in the first end, and that really was the difference in the game. They exchanged ones right until the 8th end when Jacobs finally scored a deuce to send that to extra ends.
Yeah, pretty big hole to climb out of,
Yeah,
giving up that many early on, and definitely changes the play style for the whole game down the line.
absolutely it does. Just coming a little deeper than they would have liked there behind the tee. We'll give a chance for a freeze here for Marco.
Dat is einfach gestegen, aber ja, that's schon, ja. Machen wir das? Okay.
I haven't really seen anything on this intern side, so this will be maybe a bit of a new path.
Are they doing that just to test the metal and see where it's at, or?
Yeah, I think it's just a little overburied this way, and the way it finishes in there, maybe a better chance of getting to the nose of it from this side. So.
Yeah, it seemed like that would have been an automatic call, but they discussed it a little bit. They might want to bump, or they might want to.
Clean. Clean. Yep, yep. Yep, yeah.
Working hard on this to keep it straight now.
Hard.
Definitely some movement.
Wieten nach der Guard. Hard.
Will it be by the guard? They will
Whoa,
not.
whoa. Yep, yep, yep.
Great weight,
Yep,
but
yep. Neem die
just
fit.
couldn't get around that center guard. Will bounce into the open and settle for second shot in the forefeit. An opportunity here for Team Whyte to maybe sit 2 behind cover and really put the pressure on Marco Hoesli here in the first end.
First stone from Skip Ross Whyte. Teresa's asking if I'm also the camera person. No, I'm only doing one job here tonight. There's a huge team working behind us, and maybe I can give a shout out to Maz Entertainment running our side of the operation.
Yeah, technical crew is doing a phenomenal job as usual here. So.
I know that we do have some volunteers on cameras. There's some fixed cameras with pan and tilt capability. So if there's something off, you can mention it in the chat and we can pass it on here to our controller.
Just over curled here a bit and we'll hit and roll to the inside, but they do sit 2, so that one yellow is shot rock is back behind the buttons, so it's back in there for Marco to score his one.
Similar line to the Hoesli stone, just curled a little bit more than they both expected.
Really did curl on that intern side more.
And here we have, I think that's an identical broom with the guard ticked over. It's probably the exact same shot.
I don't know if they can just come to it and get shot, or they may have to bump it just a hair. It looks really close. Probably can get shot just kind of going through it. Definitely don't want to leave it light when you've got that back in there. So.
Teresa wasn't complaining. She's saying great work on the cameras. So.
Great work, camera crew.
Thanks, camera crew.
In. Long. Easy. And. Turn. 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 Turn.
This one's got a curl. Really hanging out there. Maybe a little more weight. It's making it hard to get it over. Will move it, but they'll roll just a little too far. And really roll too far. That's a steal of 2 for Whyte here in the first end. But we still have 2 rocks to go. I'm getting ahead of myself even.
Well, they're sitting 2.
Sitting 2. Sitting
They
2.
can certainly still score 2 this end for sure. But yeah, just that little extra weight, probably, what, 6, 8 feet more of weight, and lost all the curl that they were expecting.
You see here the teams are wearing really identical uniforms here as you put it out before the game. So it's job's on us to be able to tell everyone apart here.
It's just an 8-person free-for-all. Anyone can shoot.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
don't know who's up next.
Wahrscheinlich kannst du mit so einer Baby-Hobbel setzt schon Hügel drauf.
Team Whyte in pretty good position here, just looking at how they can keep this going and possibly steal here on Team Hoesli.
Well, I'm not too sure on what the options would be besides. Are they worried about redstone at all, or is this simply a high guard situation, blocking off the forefit?
I think they're talking about coming right in there and kind of forcing them to get to the button.
Doesn't seem like they're in a hurry for anything. What? I'm not sure. Is this a timeout with
maybe
coach?
I have a technical issue here.
Oh, it's ice crew coming out. One of the excellent Lloydminster Curling Club staff working on the ice. So
yeah, Brian
a little pause here.
Ice crew really had their work cut out for them coming into this. Brian and Graydon, the local crew, we actually had to replace all the ice on Christmas Eve. They had a mechanical failure, lost the whole plant here. So worked 24-hour days over 10 days just to get the ice ready again for this event. So outstanding work by them.
Yeah, I thought they were just deliberating over a shot, but they were waiting for a technical timeout. Wonder if it's something that affected a shot, or if those guys have been putting in long hours, I'm sure, with draws from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. essentially at night here.
Yeah. Actually, last night's game, I think we were right to 11 even.
11
so that was a late finish for sure. Some long days here, but we sure do appreciate their work. With ice back in good repair, we'll deliberate here. I think you were still right, Ian. There's still some discussion about this. So.
So looking to maybe half bury the stone, prevent an easy double on the back, just taking away those angles.
Yeah, I think forcing him to that intern side, it looks like, if he can get something out here for third.
Final stone in the first end here for Ross Whyte. One more to come for red.
Whyte sitting one and looking to cement this in here and possibly get the steal. And Austin Fountain pointed out that ice malfunction was actually a nosebleed, and you can see here that
some tissue
some
stuffed
tissue
up
here, so maybe an elevation change here in Canada when they flew in. But
ticking the guard.
yeah, still guard, but still
got almost
result.
exactly where they were tapping the broom, so
Does
almost
that,
no harm, no foul.
That's right. Left that intern open, but he's still gonna have to make it. Facing 3, so pressure's on the first end.
Yeah, it depends on where they're coming from. Switzerland, Lloydminster at 625 meters. Switzerland could be anywhere from 0 to, well, not quite 0, but probably 100 meters to several thousand up on the Matterhorn.
Quite a variety of elevation there. Second Simon Glure that's struggling with the nosebleed. So last rock on the way here for Marco Hoesli, facing 3 with his last, the first end.
Needing a draw to the button to cancel out all those reds, or all the yellow in the rings. Looking pretty solid here, not too excited on the sweep
like
side.
that, but they're right off now.
Can they hold it?
Great weight. It will touch that yellow at the back, but settle down there to score their ones. So great pressure draw by Hoesli, and after 1, Marco Hoesli leads Whyte 1-0. We'll be right back.
L and ACPA, going beyond accounting and tax. The assurance that experienced professionals that care are committed to providing you financial confidence and helping you reach your goals. We listen, we analyze, we advise, we deliver.
Welcome back to Lloydminster and the Astec Safety Challenge. Team Hoesli of Switzerland scored 1 with the hammer, and now leads Team Whyte of Scotland 1-0 here, playing the second end. Team Whyte with the yellow rocks, and they will have hammer. That was a well-played end.
Yeah, there's certainly some exciting shots. A few little ticks off the guards and kept things interesting, and it was filled with rocks, emptied of rocks, and filled back up again.
It really was.
It was really the overall feel.
A little bit everything in that end.
Over on our other feature game here, first end, three points scored for Goskins against McEwen. Both of them into the second end, and we have a wreck stone on ours.
Yeah. And over on sheet 6, Retornas and Libas are still playing the first. They've got just about every rock in play over there, so lots of action over there. Tao and Pierce on 7 are tied at 0 after 1, a blank end there. Schweller leads Jacobs. Sheet 3, 2-0 after 1, and Nicholas Adine leads Howard 1-0 on sheet 2.
Yeah, sweeping error, just touched the rock or something like that.
Yeah, just burnt it there.
You don't see that too often at this level, especially these guys are. I mean, they are getting close all the time because they're trying to affect the rock as much as possible, but you know, something that they're practicing each and every day.
Yeah, nice draw there for Justin Husher. About half buried there, sitting top 4. So nice spot up by 1 here, guarded.
Line's good. Close. Yep.
Cow looking to just come down right to the nose of this, it looks like. Freeze or just tap it.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Nice shot, you. And that's
Nice
good shot,
touch there.
Congratulating Ian, my namesake, but different spelling.
Yeah, that's right.
3.
Ian Kyle there, shooting lead for Team Whyte.
We have another fan in the chat here for Team Whyte as well. Benaya Henry, welcome. The Scotland fans are no joke. They're up at the hours of the morning.
I'm gonna have to take advantage since I have a May trip to Scotland. So everyone in the chat, tell me what I have to go see.
Yeah.
When we go to Scotland.
Any recommendations for Ian here?
Yeah. What do I have to see in Scotland?
That's right.
Kind of a bucket list trip for us. Been a lot of years in the making.
Yeah.
Should be gorgeous. I've never been, never seen anything. Just everyone always has all the pictures and.
Yep. It looks so green. And people are fantastic. I'm a little jealous for sure. I think you'll enjoy that trip.
Clean! Clean! Yep! Hard!
Duncan McFadden here with attempting a double takeout.
Yeah, nice
Managed
shot
to get one.
Okay.
Quick little swap, and now Team Whyte sits one almost buried, half buried there behind their own guard.
Straight. Yeah. What's up? Hang you okay, clean minimum. Clean. Easy. Clean.
Coming here with a little bit more than draw.
Yeah.
It looks like he's looking
Are they just looking to chip it out?
What's that? Well, cut.
For sure, all the way up from looks of it. Make it to the nose, maybe even almost does, but he does push that yellow right out the back.
That's really good weight control. Yeah.
Kidding.
11.
Just enough to push her past.
But
No hesitation here for Team Whyte. They're going to chase this and try to roll under cover. Lead and Skip asks, when are you going to Scotland? Yeah.
Oh, that's May is our booking. Late May. I heard the weather is probably okay-ish, but always bring your raincoat. I've heard.
It's about how you can describe Canada's weather all the time. I think it's maybe okay-ish.
Always bring your jacket.
Mosquito season or non-mosquito season.
I think the ones we have to worry about in Scotland are midges.
Oh, okay.
Probably mosquitoes too.
They seem to be universal.
Oh.
Didn't quite get the roll under cover there, but he's sitting shot rock.
Ja. Osjerolle. Dus rand 8 tussen. Tien. 5.
Outside sweeper trying to carve this in there a bit. Hold it straight. It's going to roll, and is it going to stick around? No. Sometimes you get that little spin back, but not so fortunate this time.
Left in play, out of the rings.
It's a tough spot to do that over there. There's not a whole lot of room.
Basically, just the rock is all you got.
Yeah.
Not a lot left, but yeah.
So an opportunity here for Team Whyte with the yellow rocks to sink one in here.
Go for it, line get! No, this was? That's even. Foul. Line, go get! Carol!
really come across here now. You can see it moving off that 4-foot line.
Curl.
Working hard on the cut, and he got her there. Really great sweep.
Great shot.
Okay,
That one is definitely fully covered as it looks from up here. That's a great angle here.
That's an effort on the sweep.
Just sunk it right in there.
Not even finish, oder? Chocolate.
We're looking for corner freeze probably on that one. With this ice, you're coming way over now.
Yeah, looks that way.
Ja. Halb 4, fast ganz 4.
Hoesli would be happy to cut down that scoring area and force Whyte to 1 here.
Keith in chat says, tomorrow I'm going to my first league game ever. Is that curling as well, Keith? First game. Must be a late start in January.
Whoa, easy.
Our season out here is October to March, generally.
Half, then. Half.
And competitive, it's a really long season.
Yeah.
Seems like they're only off the ice for a couple of years, a couple of months a year anymore. So we'll just bounce off of there into the opens. A little more weight than he would have liked.
11.
Chance here for Whyte to hit and maybe roll away and sit 2.
Yeah, opening the door a little
Thank
bit
you,
there for Team Whyte to possibly double up something. Following this delivery from Robin Bryden, we have just 6 stones left.
Hard to keep this so it rolls to the outside. Don't just want to group them together and set up an easy double. About half a rock and roll a bit too far. We'll stick around, but it's going to be third shot back on 12 foot.
Maybe a little bit of miss there. Looks like they were holding the rock actually on the sweep and then then decided they needed a little curl at the end.
That's right.
I just didn't want to overturn this question.
Fourth stones, we'll call it here. Coming down. Do we say skip still? Is the they're reverse order, right? Third and fourth. Marco is the skip.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's shooting third, and then this is Philip with the final stones. Seems to be a little bit more common nowadays with team names or who's been there longer.
Yeah. Teams taking advantage of their strengths, I guess. Their preferences. Another chance here to sit on top of this and really cut down that scoring area for Team Whyte. This one again, just coming a little deep and not finishing. Does sit quarter frozen though. Pretty good result, but maybe some room to get by there and punch that out the back.
Yeah, it looked like it almost dug in and did a little spin at the end just to get enough.
As long as it gets by that one, would be great.
Just kind of came over.
Yeah.
Try the triple, but if you ever find that gap, it could be a no. Yeah, like 13. That? Yeah. Okay, I think once it gets close to that line, it's going to curl for you. That.
Like the conversation here in the chat, you'll have many doubles and one great draw. Doubles at the bar, maybe.
Whyte. I imagine there is a little bit of danger on this shot of pushing his stone out.
Definitely, especially the way these have been holding out here.
He's going to have to be super precise. He wouldn't want to sort of mess up a good thing that he's already got going.
No, that's right.
That stone hasn't moved really too much this end.
No.
It's can't quite see the number, but I think that was early on in the end.
Definitely was. Yeah. if you ever get to the inside of it, just punch that red one out the back. It's going to be a pretty nice spot to score multiple here.
Altså hvis man kom over og fik blot, så der er ikke noget med træk for en helseoplægning om det. Nå, kan man nemt kort på.
Trolling to the sweep.
Off and on.
Yeah, it's always a good sign.
By the guard. Hit. Moved it back. And enough to sit two.
Yeah, that's
Great
really
shot
good
for
control.
Whyte.
Really good sweeping.
Did he leave a double here, though? It's a great angle of it there.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if he did. There's he's only showing about half a rock. Might be jamming there. I mean, with the weight these guys can throw, you never know. But pretty nice spot he left. Whyte sitting two with hammer.
Doesn't look like they're talking first about a double. They're looking at promoting, sitting on top, just canceling out the yellow stone.
Yeah, I think that definitely took a double away. It looks like it would jam. So, yeah, really nice shot there for Ross Whyte.
Yeah, but het speelt gaat op en wij gaan.
I sometimes get tricked because I look at this as a curler and I know it's a shot I can't make, but it doesn't mean it's not there. So
there's a whole other envelope that's outside of our skill capacity, isn't there? It's been. I enjoyed curling quite a bit as a youth and did it for a number of years, and then last year was my first year back after 27 years not curling.
Yeah,
so
it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's really interesting to get back into the game a bit, and been really enjoying the time in our open league.
It's a great sport, one you can play for life.
Last year was sort of the beachhead. This year, two of my kids are curling in the
Oh,
juniors.
no way, right on. So that's awesome.
Maybe we can make curlers out of them yet.
Yeah, that's right. I've been working on that with my kids for years. So got a little success. I had one into a curling program last year.
Yeah, it really seems like the junior curling here in Lloydminster is just a really large amount of interest, and like been really happy I've been able to come out and help as well, volunteer coach.
Yeah, it's great to see when there's more young people interested in the sport again. We need them to keep the sport growing. So
absolutely. You look across all of the teams here at the Astec Safety Challenge. It's a pretty young. It's a young group overall.
It really
if
is.
You looked at the average age of curling in over the history of it, this group and these top end players, they are young.
Absolutely. We had actually Jackson Robson playing with Team DeConnick Smith yesterday. He's 15 years old, so the youngest player in the field.
Good for him. Yeah, we watched a little bit of his game. Really special opportunity. He had a chance to almost giant kill the Gushu team.
Yeah, that was a close game. Team Hoesli coming to down to this white rock looking. Oh, and they've just left that a bit too long. Big opportunity for Ross Whyte here. Already sitting two, and last shot chance for three. Wow, that was so close. I think they were pretty confident it was by, and it just really bit on them at the end and touched that guard. Not a great result.
Pretty much an open hit here for three. Hit and stick for three. If they want to take a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, you know, these 8-end games, they're not like a 10. Does tighten the game up a bit, so any crooked score on the scoreboard there can definitely make more impact.
11.5-12, probably going to be good. Boys, there's touch left and 11.5-12.
Last rock for Ross Whyte here in two with the hammer. Already sitting two, looking for three.
Clean. Just clean. Yep, then. Yep. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Clean.
Working hard to keep it straight.
Clean.
And calling for the clean, and he's got a nice lightweight hit there, and he will get his three. after 2 here in Lloydminster. Ross Whyte, it's Team Hoesli, 3-1.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back to Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. Chris here with Ian, bringing you the Hoesli-Whyte game on Thursday night. Whyte just scored a big 3 and 2 there with the hammer, Ian, so took a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, certainly that end was shaping up a little bit of a miss in the first stone as we had the wreck, but managed to pull it all together and came out with a really good score.
Yeah, Hoesli with a chance to get out of trouble, but just checked that guard with his last and opened the door for Whyte to score his 3.
Yeah, certainly if he would have made that and sat in there, it would have been much, much harder for Ross to score even 2.
So we've got a center guard up again, and Hoesli moving to the outside here now. So looking to set up his guards and generate a deuce here, or maybe more. Look around the rink. So after 1, they're still in the second end. Adine is leading Howard 1-0. Schwaller's up over Jacobs 2-0 after 2. McEwen actually scored a 3 and got right back in the game with Gosgins. So 3-3 over there. That's going to be a high-scoring game, it looks like. Retorna's ended up taking 3 in the first over Libis, so up 3-0. Looks like the second just ended. Didn't see a score on that yet. But at sheet 7, after the blank in 1, Pierce took 3 over Tau and leading 3-0 after 2.
Top button. Okay, line's good. Weight's good. Close. Yep.
Yeah, as we're going to lead stones here, we got to give
Weight's really good.
go down our list of sponsors for this Astec Safety Challenge. Of course, Astec
Line's good now.
hosting, and this is the second iteration of this event. Wild Rose Pump and Compression is a presenting sponsor, and of course we got the fan zones. We got MNP Resources, or sorry, Strathcona Resources, and MNP VIP Lounge and the Arby's Fan Zone. It's Time Promotions. Some of our sponsors here, Chris.
Yeah, thank you all very much for your support. MNP, of course, has the VIP Lounge out there, and that's just packed over there tonight. It looks like they're living it up on a Thursday night here, watching some great world-class curling.
Yeah, this event 100% sold out. Couldn't get tickets if you wanted right now, but for those that do have tickets, they're taking advantage of them, and they have full event passes, so for all 4 days.
Milder weather this year helps. If you remember, last year it was about minus 45 when we were here, so this minus 2 or maybe even creeping into the plus temperatures is sure a nice change.
Yeah, 40-degree swing isn't gonna deter many people this year. I think last year we had lots of boosted cars and not stolen. You have to boost the batteries due to the cold weather, or they were just running.
Yeah.
Here in Lloydminster, we know how to burn our oil.
That's right. And kind of setting up picture perfect for both teams as they'd like to see it drawn up right now. Obviously with the corner guard and one tucked in behind it, and Whyte controlling the center. Looking to come down to that red rock, but towards the guard. A little ticket.
It's a best case scenario for a guard tick.
Call that the positive miss there.
4 foot guard tick. Couldn't draw that one up if he tried, probably. And we had the advantage of the guard being moved over, so it should be an easier shot next time, right?
Definitely. Great pro side miss, if you want to call it that there. So.
For a touch more.
How
that's curled, you can probably throw it there more.
Huh? Pass out, yeah.
Like, you think it down. I was on the straight the whole way, like a little bit more running and you get in the car, but hooks in there, no problem.
That rock is out in the open, so should be a fairly routine takeout here.
And a nice control weight here.
Easy board. Easy board.
Yep.
What's it?
Yep. Hard.
Getting the sweepers on this now. Don't want to overcurl and roll back out to the open. There's the hit. There's the roll, and it will just spill out a little bit on the other side to the open.
Swapping sides once again.
Nice touch weight, but just a little more curl than we'd like to see.
Is there enough vertical separation there for a double, or is that?
Yeah,
it looks like they're making the call there.
They're taking a shot at it here.
With big weight, bigger weight.
Yes.
Sweepers are on this. Hold it straight.
Yep.
Got one. Touches the second one. Won't quite remove it, but he will push it to the back and sit two. Great shot.
Replay here from Noah's Entertainment. Great shot, showing it there.
And a nice roll.
Tucking in behind the guards.
Good there.
Hoesli is not liking that center guard up there now.
That's a pretty quick call. He's getting rid of that. And seeing what they can get in behind it.
Throw a bit harder, you make it.
Pass out, probeer, ja.
Als het blanket is net game over.
Can they slice across here and possibly get all three?
Zet voorbij, ja, probeer dan.
Or not really an angle on that.
Yeah, I'd have to get on the kind of the right side of that yellow rock in the middle if we're looking at it. I don't know if you get all three moving or not. Maybe some big weight.
Clean. Yep.
Incoming from Simon Brewer.
Looks like that's what he's after.
If they can get
there's one, there's two, there's three.
Good.
What a shot.
What a shot.
That really changes the complexion of this end.
Yeah, that's a get out of jail free card for
No
sure.
kidding.
Excellent triple takeout and great replay there.
Even left his own red one at the back, just touched it and was able to hold it around. So. Whyte will put the broom down and look to take that out right away, and we're looking at a fairly open end here now.
Yeah, a little bit of a reset on the end after it looked a little.
Off.
I know in our games, in our league, you'd be staring down three and you'd be giving up three, but these guys just take three right out and start fresh.
One shot, no trouble.
Right now they're ignoring that rock at the back and looking to put some pointers in coverage.
Yeah, good chance for them to get one buried in here and maybe still set up a deuce before they have to give up an end entirely here. Let's look at a blank.
Should track fairly well above the line, but as soon as he gets off it, it's probably going to go sideways. Mini grid. Mini is grid.
First stone here for Marco
Nothing
Hoesli.
in. Good. Well.
Cutting across here nice now.
Hard. Speed for linear.
Want to sink this if they can.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
By the guard.
Hard. That's it.
Great sweep there to get that by, and a pretty nice spot.
Yeah. The sweepers really earned their medal there.
He does leave a run back, fairly short for Whyte here.
they would have liked to seen that a little bit deeper, probably,
I
just
think
to make
so,
a
yeah.
little more challenging shot for the next.
More separation, the better there.
Clean, yep. Clean, yep, yep.
We're ahead of the tee, which was
Clean.
one of the objectives.
Yep. Try and roll that one in.
Almost
Just makes it look routine. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Schau noch einmal rundum gehen. Wenn das Netz dicht ist und nicht mit dem Huf. Könnt ihr da noch einmal rundum und
Benay
wenn
Henry
das
said, I always
Netz
think
dicht
it looks
ist und nicht mit
cool
dem
when
Huf.
rocks end up going back up the sheet.
Yeah, it
That
does.
was the, on that takeout.
Yeah, that's right.
It hits one, hits another, and starts going the other direction.
Yep.
Ja, genau.
Where's your all the tissues?
Gut, können wir da? Ja,
You know
soll
you're
ich
throwing
wissen?
some big weight when. Let's see that. Actually.
Not gonna lie. I got myself set up and I looked up and I was
Yeah,
like,
we're
fuck,
getting
don't worry.
what we have as a treat to be able to watch this back and forth here with both these teams making some excellent shots here in end number 3.
Ja.
There's maybe a little bit of shakiness at the start, but that seems to have settled a little bit, and now we're seeing some really excellent
Yeah, some excellent shots.
stuff.
Wir müssen den Doppel spielen. Wenn wir nicht den Doppel haben, ist immer vor. Ja.
So another chance here for Hoesli to try to get one sunk in here and try to generate a deuce yet.
Using the short guard. Is it in the rings?
I can't tell from here if it is or not. It sure looks close. Whyte is sitting one at the back for sure. And
Yep, yep, yep.
this one at the top is
Hard
very
linear.
close.
Hard! Hard!
This one really starting to bend on them.
Hard!
Looks like they are going to get it by. Oh, no, they are going to touch it. They just cut across there.
Hey, good. Good job.
Just feathered it enough that it almost curled back in regardless.
Amazing. We still got over half a stone buried even after the rub.
We can maybe get a better result.
See a great shot there. See a curl after it touched even.
Even 8 and just try and literally smidge high, just kind of trickles over. Yeah? Yep.
Coming in the chat, hard to tell the players
You're
apart
not
at first
far off yet.
glance.
Not
We're
nose,
the same
but
colors.
just
That's we had that problem right off the hop
Just
too.
taking, hopefully just taking.
Yeah, the only one out there we can tell who it is Ross. Ross Whyte with the puffy jacket.
Yep.
Wearing the Canada Goose. I think that's
I see a few players.
Tip of the hat to Canada Goose.
Yeah.
To keep them warm.
That's right.
No, I just go for 8.
Yeah, see some toques out here tonight and a couple jackets, so everybody's keeping warm.
Schon wenn man es irgendwo aufrollt, ist schnell ein einfacher Doppel als.
Looking at a run back.
Yeah, just going to run this straight back.
That's really interesting to me. That's their first call. That's never my first call.
No, that's right.
It's always like.
Gotta go! Whoa! Whoa! Yep!
Just that nice control weight.
Shows them what they can do.
Makes it look easy and sticks the shooter around just over on the side of the 8-foot. Into the 12, biting the 8, so Whyte sitting 2 without here.
Das da, was meinst du? Ist gut, ja.
3 rocks yet to come here. Hoesli's first, facing 2 here. Looks like he's looking for the double here, Ian.
I agree with you out the hand.
Is that conceding a little bit that he's not going to get a whole lot more out of this end and just got to keep make sure he's safe?
I think he's happy to maybe take away the blank and set this up again next end.
Yeah, they were working all their angles, both sides, and couldn't quite make anything stick around for too long. Ross Whyte and team was definitely clearing everything out they needed to.
And even if you sink one in there on the 4-foot, that's Ross's own rock there, so draw it straight back. Ooh. Just pushes that by. So will not get rid of both.
So that completely removed the blank option here now.
Yeah, good chance for Whyte here to sit 2.
Certainly push the issue of
it's the same weight, it's really close.
maybe force
Let's shoot
Philip
track
to
a hair straighter than what you've just
take the
thrown,
one.
I think.
But rock's still to come before that's decided.
to Des and Evan Degenhardt catching up on some work tonight after playing hooky. Well, we won't tell them. Don't worry. So glad you're streaming some curling and appreciate the kind words.
Just a touch more, mate.
Now I have to know, is that Des and Evan or one of Des or
yeah,
Evan?
That's right. Well,
it's a or and.
Yeah, it's a package deal.
Yeah, I've worked a couple games with Evan so far in this tournament, and play with Evan on our team on Thursday nights.
Go!
Evan second, I'm at third.
Whoa.
Nice.
Go. Whoa.
Just a couple of curling fans.
That's right. And doing a great job broadcasting, might I add.
7 out.
So he didn't get the role he was looking for here, and maybe left an opportunity for
is that
a double and a blank.
Is that still what they want to go for here?
Kind of looking that way, or is he just looking to hit and maybe take his one? Probably the more realistic option at this point. I don't know if you get across that top one to roll out, maybe a little too risky. So happy to take the one here and keep the game close.
He's inching the broom over to more of a straight takeout, possibly.
Does look like he's that ice. Maybe he's going to throw some weight at this.
Final stone here on end number 3.
Lean. Stop. Whoa. Tell.
They are looking for blank, and they will just drive it by. Great try there, but Team Whyte does steal one, and they will go up 4-1 after 3 here in Lloydminster.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge. Team Hoesli tried to blank there, but wasn't able to get that back one, and Team Whyte stole one to take a 4-1 lead after 3 here.
Yeah, I think we had a little discussion between ends here that's definitely some score effects, we call it. Probably chasing a 2 on with his hammer and ended up giving up 1. He was certainly able to just take one there if he wanted to.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that call. A little risky, but I think maybe Keith said it best in the chat. Oofda, that could have been much closer. So.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly didn't miss by very much either, but those are the slim margins that you're going to face in this type of match. We got world number 7 Hoesli and world number 7 Whyte, so only 4 ranking points separating them, or ranking positions. I'm sure lots more points. They have a point system that I don't understand.
No, I won't pretend to understand it either, but I check it out from time to time. So I know I'm not on there. So. Back to business for Hoesli here, setting up these corner guards and try again to generate a multi-point end. Much like last night, that 3 is kind of glaring on the scoreboard for Team Whyte here.
Line only. We'll be close. Really curling.
Just looking around the rink,
really curling.
Tao actually took 4 on sheet 7 there with Pierce. So had a blank end and then a 3 and a 4. So that's a 4-3 game for Tao over there now. Retornas and Livis still tied at 3. McEwen and Goskins. Goskins took in a 4-3 lead there. First 1 on the board after a couple of 3s. Schwaller leads Jacobs, shutting them out right now 3-0. Took 2 with the hammer in the first and then stole 1 in the third. And Adine and Howard. Howard is taking the 2-1 lead there, playing the third end now.
Yeah, that's making the hammer count over there with Tao and Pierce. 3 and then 4.
No kidding.
Just flip-flopping.
Good hammer efficiency.
flip-flopping the score there when you're down.
Oh, just the difference in the weight then. Like, just, I can't put a brush on that and it's...
Yeah, maybe I'll keep going down the list here for sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge. We ended up with It's Time Promotions and Maz Entertainment. Other sponsors, we have Musgrave Agencies, Store Right, Lakeside Pharmacy, Bar Engineering, Fountain Tire Lloydminster, Industrial Scientific, Brady Canada, and Boundary Ford. So just a few more of the sponsors here making this event happen. Couldn't have done it without all the community basically pulling together, and lots of those businesses contributing money, time, volunteers.
Absolutely, yeah. Special thanks to all the volunteers. They're putting in so much time here, and all the city for this great facility, and the curling club. So some of those volunteers with some of the best seats in the house as well, volunteering with the scoreboard. So you can see them all in orange. Trying to keep warm, but it is, like you say, the best seat in the house. Whyte continuing to put the pressure on here, sitting one already behind their own guard, and now throwing a higher guard up here.
That's okay, Dunk.
Not giving Team Hoesli much breathing room to get back into this at the moment. Lead and skip. I hope you didn't jinx that, but good night. Thank you for joining us. Certainly favorable for Whyte at the moment, but as we've seen in this game, there's be some big swings in any given end.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit different almost as these games have progressed through the tournament thus far. The first few games, it seemed like everyone was playing pretty tight, lots of ones back and forth, and low-scoring games. Not too much on the 3s and 4s, but now it's almost a regular appearance on the boards.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some more crooked scores out there tonight.
Keeps things exciting as far as points and scores, and Hoesli here definitely making the use of their corner guard with a great hit and roll on the side.
Yeah, great spot there. It's perfect.
I'm not against the run. As long as you roll low.
Great look at the replay. Playing out a little bit on the far side, but Ross Whyte seeing if he can make something happen. Looks like a corner guard peel. Is the call.
Yep. Right. Oh, yeah.
Tried to go high.
Direct run back. Just replacing red for red. Now Yellowstone is the corner guard.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're looking for a little bit more cross. Slash that out.
An opportunity here for Hoesli now.
Make use of his other corner guard, or looking to protect what he has. Split in the house.
Yeah, split in the house, and it's like that intern side is really kind of taken away, unless you go really wide over there. So the center is sure well guarded over there now.
Go. Yep. Yep.
Super's going on this. We're having to go for line here.
Line and will we get it? No.
Just get it by. Just a bit light there, I think. Yeah.
They might have been hard pressed even to get that in the rings, even if it did get around the guard.
You're right. No, it ticked. It's still probably a good foot and a half or so short there.
No, I think it's pretty close. Similar to what this one. No, end behind the corner. Clean.
So opportunity to hit this red rock that's right out in the open now. Just opportunity for Hoesli there to sink one and put the pressure on.
Yeah.
The hit and a little roll here. Maybe to that port though.
Yeah,
An opening.
the one opening that you might be able to
Yeah,
get
that's
through
right.
on that side.
It's not many. A good shot of it there.
Yeah, there certainly is enough room there, I think, with the right weight.
Looks like he's going to ignore it for now, though, and just try to come in on this outturn side. Save that for later for a second point.
These guys will have to be remembering their draw to the button. The two of them that they had to do.
Yeah. Of course, it was coming this way down the sheet, and they pinned it both on their first ones.
Where's the weight? Half asleep, there's no urgency.
Vinny, good. Vinny, up. Yep.
First stone here,
Really
the
good.
fourth end for Philip. Or
Lange.
Marco, for Marco Hoesli.
In the grab, lieber. In the grab.
Looking pretty good here.
Sweeper's working it most of the way, but
You get it by, and not as deep as they would like, but it is second shot. That first shot, Rocket White's is out in the opens.
he's definitely thinking about something here. And
Oh, looking for the guard. Something you wouldn't expect with the 2-point lead here.
Can I
3-point lead.
Dunk.
Apologies.
dunk? Can I corner freeze? Up the end.
Daar, this.
Not against the
I
run.
know, but it's an easier run for me.
hasn't
I don't
quite
mind the
made
run.
the decision yet, but
Go,
guard,
definitely
go,
is an
you're running.
option.
Can you ever make the corner
Is
freeze?
he worried? There's so many rocks out front that
Not
there's
your
not going
help.
to make a difference if he moves anything out there.
Okay.
Maybe not. He's giving him doesn't want to leave him too many places to
You're
hide
either
there. So
running, Robin, or you're guarding in there.
I don't mind either. It's whatever you think's
Let us
best.
see this.
Okay.
Just let her high.
Split it high.
Do you want easy or peel?
I'm content with what you like,
on
mate.
the high side with some
Go peel.
easy peel weight.
Ewan, just let me fucking peel.
Is that a double run back here? that
Yeah,
they're
looks like a
after?
double run back onto that red stone Hoesli's here.
Degree of difficulty ramped up to about a 9.7.
Yeah.
Or a guard.
Or a guard,
Difficulty
yeah, that's
1.0.
Talk about the two extremes.
Ross Whyte with the going for it.
Well, straight,
straight,
straight.
straight.
Got it. Nope, just the straight peel. Not the worst result, though.
No, that's certainly a decent plan B. You know, call the swing for the fences, and
Yeah,
if
that's
you
right.
got a double, you're happy still.
Straight, yeah.
The side of the shot and still have you in my ear saying, boy, it's giant is the shot. Like, nah, just let me fucking flow, please.
For me, it is a shot.
Just let me shoot, just let me float.
He's irritating
What
me.
is this call here now? Are they
Like, he's not cleaning. He's not doing what he's doing.
drawing to the outside?
I get it.
Didn't see where they tapped the broom.
That there.
I didn't either, but I assume he's going to try to hit it and maybe roll to the outside.
Three of us have said we like the shot.
It's that way. He's got some hit weight here for sure.
A lot easier for me to
I
get
was
this
happy
run
with
back
that.
now.
Get to it while he has the chance.
Oh,
See?
take it, yeah, going up to the Yellowstone through the port.
Alright.
Looking for the sweepers to bring this one over a bit. Ooh, just really hunting on that center line, and they'll take the top one and go right by that shot stone of White's.
Yeah, for the amount of curl that we're seeing on the draws, they're not getting much at all if they have a weight up.
That one did move, but just not enough. Moved pretty late. Not as much as expected for sure. Just a few little misses like that for Team Hoesli tonight.
If he does, it's so high up, I think he plays the draw.
I agree, it's not easy. I think we're just not in the same way. Have a go at it.
My biggest concern is he plays the double off the one number. Nose.
Go wait. Go wait, GC.
Seen 11-5.
Ross just electing to clear the last red stone out to sit 3 with the goal.
Seen 11-5.
Pretty nice spot for Ross Whyte here.
With a nose hit, he'll be able to, guard the forefoot, guard the button, completely block it off, and really force a challenging shot from Team Hoesli at the end. First skip stones of end number 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean, clean.
Clean, clean.
Off it.
Clean. Yep.
Off it on here. Let's be close.
Clean.
Clean.
Carol.
Carol. Okay.
I'm looking for some curl. Much just stick right there on the nose. Do sit 3. Here heading into Hoesli's first skip rock.
In 10. Yep. Good. Macht das etwas?
It couldn't make the roll before.
Da denke ich schon, ja. Okay.
Yellow would be in the way.
Nicht extrem viel.
Shout out here, we have 472 some
That's
people in the
mega
live
great.
chat
Yeah. Aber es sind viele, hat auch nicht
viewing
viel
this
gemacht.
match here between world number 7 and world number 11
Okay.
on Thursday evening in Lloydminster. Welcome in, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout in the chat. We're monitoring. Chris and Ian here.
Or how many of those are our Scottish friends here? Still up burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to get some demographics out of the metadata of everyone
That's
watching.
right.
Maybe YouTube could help us out. We don't have that technical ability.
We'll rely on the viewers to let us know where they're from.
So far, it's 2 or 3 for Scotland and 1 for Montana, I think is all
That's right.
we're counting right now. During the game this afternoon, Ev and I managed to get, I think, every province in Canada besides PEI.
Oh, wow. It's impressive. Ooh, looking for the double, but we'll just jam it and roll the shooter out. Whyte continues to sit 2 with 2 rocks yet to come here in the 4th.
Sitting right near the button.
Not much hesitation here. Looking to likely guard this and really put the pressure on Hoesli to try to score as one.
Yeah, they're with all that granite in the front of the house and front guards. They'll be hard pressed to get any access to the positions that they need to
If you're top 12 weight, you're
get a pointer.
I think if we're touching that, we're only ever like probably down here somewhere. Just we've seen them more, but it's whatever you see. It's whatever you can actually see.
It's just we have to throw like what?
Just top 12. Just
A little bit of a team conference deciding on
no, like you're biting the rings at least. Just quarter on
perfect
the line
position of the guard.
Are you happy with this side? Do you think it's easy enough to do this side?
Yeah, nice problem to have when you're sitting so good. You
No, I think
you have to really think about where to best guard it.
It looks easier on the out. Yeah, it's just I'm not going to be close to this. I might get curling in there. It's maybe easier.
Maybe Ross Whyte in this
it's
position
one less
is
thing to
listening
worry
to his
about.
front end who throws a lot of more guards than he does.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good little advice. They're definitely looking at the best way to block any possible path here for Hoesli on his last.
Was it simply like which turn to shoot
Yeah, and I
this?
think with possibly with the right position, maybe it's tough to for Hoesli to get in
get
there at
there.
all. So
If it tracks, it's anywhere near that one.
Keeps pointing out to that
And
front
here will be
yellow.
close.
What exactly would he be worried
That
about?
should get you center.
I can throw either side. You think that's
sure what he's
I
looking
just
at
know that
there.
much
They
better.
keep pointing at that yellow stone.
I think he's maybe
Corner
thinking
guard.
that there's a slash there of some kind, but
Or is it simply the curl from that side that he's worried about,
Could
like
be.
nicking off of that guard before he got to where he needs to be? They'll go with whichever one they feel more confident. It's just consistency.
as he's elected to throw the in-turn at it here.
I think if I hit that guard, I have to be like T-line length.
If I hit that guard, that's what he keeps talking about. Is if I hit that guard,
He's worried
what are
about
we?
that.
What's the plan? So
Yeah.
they're thinking ahead.
Top 12.
I think it's just simply them wanting to be a little bit closer to the house.
Yeah, really cut off
So-
that scoring area, I think. So final rock
Line's
on the
good.
way here from Ross Whyte.
Line's great.
Sitting
Well,
2
that's
and
good.
Top
looking
12.
to maybe just tuck
Yep.
this one into the house here and sit 3. Really
Hi.
make it tough on Hoesli.
Yep.
He's by that outside guard.
Yes. Whoa.
Pretty nice spot there. Just about touching the center line. Ross Whyte sitting 2 here in the fourth, already up 4-1. Hoesli does have last rock yet to come.
Not a lot of gap to shoot through. But is he happy to go at it? Or they are going for the double takeout.
Looks that way.
This
So
sort of
potentially
harkens back to the last end where we
yeah,
tried
it
for
does.
a double takeout on the last shot. So here we're getting a mirror image.
I think Whyte maybe would have liked to come over just a little bit more and take that one away too. I guess he can't guard everything here. So chance for a double and a blank for Hoesli. Seekers are on this. Hit and a jam right on the nose. Just didn't curl up enough for him. Ross Whyte with another steal here in 4. Takes a 5-1 lead as we head into the 5th end. We'll be right back.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city, 1061, The GOAT. Stay connected with mylloydminsternow.com. The GOAT. Everything that rocks. 1061, The GOAT.
Welcome back to Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center in the Astec Safety Challenge. Chris and Ian here bringing you this action between Hoesli and Whyte in the B qualifier. After 4 ends, Whyte is up 5-1. Hoesli will retain the hammer, but facing a bit of a deficit here.
Yeah, halfway through the game here now with 4 ends in the books.
Always done. Yes.
Getting into the first lead stones.
Yes.
Whyte and Team Whyte has been definitely making a lot of shots here and really putting the pressure on Hoesli on every single end and pushing them right to each end.
Yeah, they really have. And Hoesli 2 ends in a row. Unfortunate they're just looking to blank, but couldn't quite catch that back one and give up a steal of 1 each time. So.
Question here in the chat from Mickey Colburn, watching from Vancouver Island, wondering how these teams qualified for this or invitational, question mark. I'm no expert on how all the teams got here, but I do believe it is a completely invitational bonspiel that they're offering up here, and I think the really looking to offer up the prize pool. It brings out a lot of the higher end talent from around the world.
Absolutely.
The majority of the world top 10s are here.
Yeah, that's right.
If anyone's missing at all.
The winner of this game will, of course, be a B qualifier to head into the playoffs, and the loser will live to play another game here. So, not quite as much pressure that way, but it sure is nice to win and get qualified and get through to the playoffs.
Yeah, it'd be nice to narrow it down to that final 8, and as of tomorrow, we might start seeing a little bit of ice quiet.
Yeah, that's right.
In the rink rather than every sheet being filled up. We do have 2 sheets completely out of commission with the fan zones and the VIP lounge. Sheets 1 and 8 completely blocked, so we could bring in a little bit more seating and a little bit more fan interaction out there on the ice.
Nice for the fans to get it right out on their ice and hear the players. So definitely more interactive experience, if you will.
better weight, like we can keep the brush down them the whole way.
I think we'll continue on here. We have a few more sponsors on our list and see if we can get through them all here by the end of the game. Sobeys Lloydminster, proud sponsor of the Astec Safety Challenge, along with the tent guys. The Goat 106.1, Border Inn and Suites, offering up hotel rooms, I think, for all the teams. Cooperators and Jan Arden and Associates. Kelroad Pump and Mechanical and Velocity Truck Centers here. So just moving down the list. Still more to come as far as the sponsorship list goes, and can't really get through this list in one go for sure, Chris.
No, there's a lot of sponsors helping us out here.
Of
course, a shout out to Andrew from Groovy Productions for helping put on this great production here as well.
Absolutely. We couldn't do what we're doing without the team behind us. They're coaching us a little bit, keeping us in line, and helping giving you the full experience, and grateful for everyone that's been appreciative of that. There's a lot of live curling out there, and maybe not all of it has commentary, and maybe not all of it has the camera angles that we're able to give to you here tonight.
Definitely outside of some of the Grand Slams. Hello everyone at home.
And we even have a booth cam.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, outside of some of the Grand Slams, you don't see this quality of broadcast very often. So
all we need to do is raise that camera up about another 1.5 feet for us to hear.
Yeah, we've got a lot of height in the booth here today. Wow. Nice shot there for Team Hoesli, clearing off all those yellows. I was just about to say it was kind of a mirror image of the last end with those yellows all in there.
Triple stack yellow, and
gone in one foil swoop there. Great shot.
Yeah, that's definitely going to give them a good feeling for the rest of the end that they've done what they need to do there. Ross now going after the long corner guard.
So he's going to be happy to start to return the favor and remove some of these guards here now. There's one, there's two. Oh, almost the third. Great shot there on the double peel.
If that was the call, I imagine it probably was a thought.
Yeah,
that is really difficult double. The distance between those two rocks is...
Geez, didn't even miss that by much to get that third one moving, I don't think. What as good as he could do there. Great shot. Now only one rock left out there to hide behind.
Yeah, from 6 to 1 in 2 shots.
That's championship level curling right there.
Collecting the deep corner buried. Just hanging around the back of the 12.
Ross Whyte putting his bring down to peel that corner guard. Won't worry about that one at the back.
Might be the last man standing in front.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean.
Nice easy peel. I'll see, we'll sit one, but at the back 12.
Where'd he go when there's nowhere to hide?
Yeah, it's decision time here if he's just going to draw to the open side and sit two, but it looks like he's maybe going to try to guard that again, hope for a eventual jam or miss and score more than two.
Could have called clean, but I thought you needed the exercise. So.
Finish, quit. Lenny, clear up.
So looking to replace that guard.
Lenny, quit.
A pretty nice spot there. Maybe did leave that one open at the back, just to tempt Team Whyte a bit into maybe chasing that, but we'll continue to try to peel that corner guard.
Yep. Clean.
Best to ignore it. Take the safe route.
No luck on a jam there for Hoesli as Whyte will safely remove that rock and roll out. And broom down, looking to replace it again.
Nice one. Come on.
That was a better throw than the first one.
Sorry?
Well, that was
Would you want it any closer or farther away? Just moving it over a little bit more to the left?
Yeah, you know, at this point, it's going to be pretty hard to keep it out of the peeling abilities of Team Whyte, but you just kind of hoping to get it out there and hope for any kind of a miscue, so maybe a chance to score 3 here yet.
In turn, out turn.
Are you trying to stick or are you trying to roll there?
Looks to be a carbon copy shot. Not a whole lot between the two.
Or you can throw it.
About the same amount sticking out on that back one, maybe a little more.
Or you rip it and say, place it really good back there.
If we're not sticking, and I'm saying just rip this.
Now down to skip stones. Ross discussing with third Robin Bryden.
Pretty happy being 2 up. If they give me a chance, I might get it.
Overall, I think they're feeling pretty
just
loose and pretty confident overall in what transpired thus far.
I just throw peel at the back one, or are you just happy?
Yeah, definitely put in the driver's seat for most of this game.
Peel back.
Just running down some scores here. On the left side, sheet number 2, Adine and Howard are sitting at 2-2. Schwaller and Jacobs, 3-1. Both those games in the 4th end still. 4th end completed, I guess. They're probably pretty close to the 5th end here now, similar to our game.
Clean. Oh.
Ross going after the deep stone.
A little wide here, or looking for the back one. So either way, he's any red rock that's gone for them now is a good rock.
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of
quick call for the
then all of a sudden just
corner bury.
Chance to sink one in here and to still get a 2 out of this yet.
I thought I was floating the whole way and then just.
That's a really challenging shot from Ross Whyte. So far out on the ice and only being able to see maybe half that stone.
Yeah, it really is.
That's excellent shot. Always looks a little bit easier on the far outside, but when the rock's headed on that angle away from the hack, you gotta.
Yeah, it can be quite deceiving.
It is deceiving, and I know we've chased lots of rocks out there in my time.
If we were trying to hit that one any less weight.
Not as successfully as Ross Whyte.
Philip Hoesli looking to bury one in here. Sit one behind his own corner guard.
Looks like he's safely by. Lots of room, but can they get it fully buried? Did they have enough weight? Gonna come up a little bit short.
Maybe an opportunity for a run back here for Whyte. He'll take a stab at it. Or the safe call just coming in behind it. So safer maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not against throwing this if you don't like this.
I think it's that or the chase.
That's exactly what they just. Exactly what you suggested, Chris.
Not much risk here, giving up
risk
more than
is
2.
Hit, risk for sitting. Which one did they decide on?
I don't know if he did yet or if he's waiting to get him hacked. He seems to be leaning towards that run back maybe a little more. But his initial call looked to be to come in behind, maybe to the T line there.
Going this way?
Yeah.
It's on the edge of not.
This way? Or this way?
Just deciding which side they want to hit of the second stone.
Go across the face, I think.
Across the face. So we're going to see across the face of the front, hitting the back stone on the right-hand side according to our screen and spilling out. That's the call.
That's the call. Depending on the result of this, we're maybe either seeing a blank attempt or a drop attempt.
Close.
Last rock on the way for Ross Whyte. Looking for the run back double. He's got one. He's got two. Great shot. Just making it look easy. And
that's incredible. I think we've seen a half a dozen of those from Team Whyte already in this game in the 5th end. And they just keep making them.
They do.
They haven't had too many jams or too many misses.
It impresses me how little they panic on those, out of the hand. Too.
And have we seen a draw?
No, I think he's just going to throw this through.
Throwing it through, but just with soft weight.
Thank you.
See what this path does, but yeah, retain hammer.
Getting short on ends.
We are, so as we complete the 5th, Ross Whyte continues to lead 5-1, and Hoesli will take the hammer into the 6th. We'll be right back.
At It's Time Promotions, we make your brand stand out. From custom apparel made with precision, to headwear that puts your brand front and center, and vinyl decals that make your brand stick. We deliver promotional materials and print solutions that leave a lasting impression. With locations in Lloydminster and Provost, we proudly ship Canada-wide. It's Time Promotions, where your brand comes to life.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path. Sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world. Creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology. Areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey. All part of what we do, together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Hey, Ben. Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge. 6th end action incoming for you. Team Whyte leading Team Hoesli 5-1 after 5.
I can see that in the future at some point.
Hoesli retains the hammer here and they get a deuce or better on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, they've been chasing that extra point now for a few ends. They haven't quite been able to solve Ross Whyte and his takeouts, and they've been rock solid in just limiting the opportunities for Team Hoesli.
Whyte looking to maybe chip this into the rings here. So it is in the 5-guard free rock, 5 rock free guard zone, but can move it around, just can't move it out of place.
This is certainly a more strategic shot than we've seen from a lot of teams. Is this Red Rock would move into the rings and then they're able to take it out next shot?
Yeah, I think that would be the goal here.
Only the center line guards that are touching are off limits, right?
That's right.
Whoa!
Is this going to be just a bit too far potentially?
He can't take it out? Or is that not allowed?
No, so we'll have to put that back. I think when he realized his corner guard stayed anyway, he was happy to
take it out and replace it.
Well, that'll go back up, and Hoesli will continue to be able to work with one corner guard here once they agree on a spot where that should have been.
Yeah, the spot there right on one of our sponsors, Strathcona Resources Limited.
I didn't dislike it. It probably wasn't the most aggressive.
Using the NNA as reference.
That's right, yeah.
I think we need more ice for it.
I think we'll probably have finish up the list of sponsors here in this game. Ended up with Velocity Truck Centers as the last one that I read off. RL Electric Motor Rewinding, also a sponsor here for the Astec Safety Challenge, presented by Wild Rose Pump and Compression. Synergy Credit Union, Redhead Equipment, Bex and Construction, and finally Gold Horse Casino, sponsors here for this event here in the Lloydminster border city.
Second year of this great event. Special thanks to the organizers for putting it on, and a fantastic job.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming me in, Chris. In here, we're on sheet 4, one of the feature games here tonight, starting at 7:45. Now sitting at 9:21.
Top 12. Top 12. Wait, good. Top 8.
2 corner guards up here for Hoesli to work with now.
Top 8. That's fine. On
Had
it
to
now.
look to guard his here. So
Okay.
the same result as the last couple of ends to start, but
Okay.
just in a different order.
Sit in line. Very nice. Good shot.
Right in the rings with this one, though.
All we need is one more yellow to stack up the triple.
Yeah, that's right. It seems to be an every end occurrence. So. Benea had mentioned that another great triple. So.
He ran pretty well.
In. Down. Yep.
Looking to take advantage of this corner guard.
Good.
Yep.
Yep.
Bev.
Going off that center line now.
Easy. Yep. Yep. Oh. Bev.
By the corner guard. Looking for this just to be kind of full 12. But buried and mission accomplished.
Earning their keep for sure. That was a great sweep. Everyone giving full effort to get that around.
Make a double.
A thin third.
Thin third. Third to a thin third would be close.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Ross Whyte just keeping things simple here with the guard peel.
Oh,
Or a little less simple with a double takeout.
Wow. No, when things are going your way, they're going your way.
Even a pocket for.
Thought that was just a simple peel, but not so simple in this at this level.
Great shot. And just like
Amazing.
that, Whyte sits 3 again.
Started moving 12
That
feet
is
across, and it was
a long ways across, yeah.
exactly the angle they needed to keep their rock in the 4 foot.
Very good.
Some great shot making here.
Sometimes you just gotta tip your hat to some of these guys shooting the lights out.
Yep. Oh. Good. Good.
Pocket, that's all.
Still a corner guard though for Hoesli to work with here. He's going to ignore that mess of yellows and get one buried in here again.
And here goes the.
Looks like based
The
on
other
ice,
corner
this
guard is going to be in danger.
It's a straight peel this time.
Oh, oh, oh. Carol. 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 Good shot.
It's a fielder to play there.
Thanks, yeah.
Nice shot, mate.
Hoesli, 4th shot, sitting wide open. A bit of a pocket there. He's looking at maybe drawing into.
Got to use whatever's available to him, and the freeze is definitely making sense with no more guards out front.
A little late in the end to be guarding now, so they'll switch strategy here and look to generate something with the Yellow Rocks left behind for tonight.
He makes this, you know.
Wow. Don't run back and forth.
Yeah. Well, if he makes fucking right over here. Huh? If he makes right over here.
Sorry, I left the star garage. Gets all over here.
Should be another action-packed day here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center tomorrow for the Astec Safety Challenge. Move towards semi-final and final Saturday, so championship Saturday this year.
Hard linia.
Yeah.
Great curling leading up to that.
One day earlier to end, I think. Was it Sunday last year?
That's right.
I think they were just working with a lot of the team schedules. There's Grand Slams and other events coming up that people had to make themselves scarce soon after the finals. And of course, everyone's hoping to get to the finals, but a few people won't be here on Saturday.
That's right, yeah. Just a bit of a miscue there. Ended up ticking off that top yellow, splitting out the open.
Huh?
If I roll in here, what
Still
you
in
do?
a
Like,
bit of a tricky spot there to deal with.
Yeah, not
that was my first throw.
Sorry?
That was my first
still
throw.
color in the rings is mixing it up a bit.
That's right.
The only problem with this is
Ross
they can
may
maybe
be willing to
let go of
lose one of his stones even to get rid of more red.
it's hair high.
Yeah, I think if it wouldn't hurt his feelings losing that one, then
See
get rid of that pocket there.
Just looking down the other sheets here, we have some scores. Tau versus Pierce. Tau up 5-3. And we have Libis scoring back-to-back to back ends to take a 6-3 lead over Returnas. So some other interesting results to definitely make tomorrow a more interesting schedule.
It does remove that red rock and makes their own at the back go away. Only sitting 2 now, but Hoesli does have 1 in the house. Good job.
They're looking for a deeper draw here.
Looks like they're going to try to come around that kind of offset situation there that Whyte left behind. So you're taking a lot of ice here, almost right to the edge of the boards. Really cut in here on these outsides of the sheet.
Is that foot encroaching on the other team there? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks back, I was sweeping completely down the line, and I was sweeping. Thankfully, the other game had finished. I swept right through on the other sheet, over top of the barricade. We all had a good laugh about that one. I was glad the other team was already done.
That's right. Oh, what a nice draw here. Dragging it back for shot.
Really good weight.
Wow. What a great shot there.
I think you're a third, Ross.
Hoesli
Just
sit
a
1.
Perfect spot too. Unfortunately for Team Whyte, that last yellow rock is really kind of hurting them there. It's overlapped and easy opportunity to run back. Although he does have maybe a double here on the side now.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to a bang play where they're going to push 1 and definitely move the second. Perfect position, could probably knock that second red right out. And then we might see some rocks going in the wrong direction.
A quarter isn't, probably just goes underneath it, but it's not that far.
Ross Whyte with his first here in the 6th. Up by 4 and looking to make a couple of reds go away here.
Whoa! Go! Straight! Clean!
Close here. 1, 2, and he's got him. And this rock's going to actually roll right up out of the house. So.
I saw the angles. It was a possibility to go the other way, and we had a lot of movement the other way.
Sure enough.
Shooting through the horizontal port back out the front. Great replay there from Andrew and Groove V Productions. Andrew out of the Penticton area. Providing some great technical ability here on sheet number 4 here tonight and all week at the Astec Safety Challenge.
I know we kept him up late last night between that extra end and got right down to a measurement in that Jacobs-Whyte games. Whyte has had a couple of late nights here. Hoesli will look just to repeat that last shot and get one sunk in here.
Good.
Tough to make it much better than that last one.
Rock's really curling here now.
And they really finished nice there.
What a finish.
Line's coming back a little bit deep. And it'll be shot rock, I think, Ian. It's really close back there. Looks like it's probably shot.
I almost would have noticed there that Ross Whyte was caught napping, I think, at the back, and no one was sweeping. They could have definitely done a little bit more, possibly, unless Team Hoesli was still sweeping themselves.
Yeah, nobody seemed too worried there.
Kind of left them a chance.
Yeah. Now decision time. That the red rock back there is a pretty nice spot. Don't have anything on the outside to come off of now to get to it.
Yeah, I can't see too many angles to attack it.
I guess
but being behind the T line, it does give them an option to follow the same path.
That's true.
I think it's hard for them to score 2 right now.
Any touch at all, and they guarantee themselves that they'll be knocking out.
Can he throw it enough weight and try and spin in? I think if we chuck the dart, he's coming off it. So like, even if we're not to this, but here, you can't play this, right?
I agree this is probably a shot. It was just in case we could throw something easier. Yeah. Sorry?
Hey, we chuck the guard, he has to come off this for 2.
Well, that would be my question.
Thanks, Killer Mulligan in the curling zone here for updating Mickey Colburn.
If you want the movie, have a half go, just run it in.
This isn't an invitational. We just got all the top teams in the game for the most part who signed up. So yeah, good.
Hey, well, you're thin onto that one.
Coming in clarification from Mully. I think that's maybe a mulligan on the chat.
That's Caitlin, I believe.
That's Caitlin. Gotcha. It's a slam field with open entry, and then priority given to world rankings.
Looks like Ross Whyte has elected to freeze on top of this red one now. And after some discussion.
Curling Zone also pointed out that they do have some local entries which wouldn't really make the world ranking list, but adding that local flavor is certainly one of the goals of the tournament organizers.
Sure, been nice to see some of the local teams here that you see, may say sometimes at a regular league night or cheering on as they go through the provincials, that sort of thing. Or sometimes up here in the broadcast booth with us too.
Yeah, a few of the teams had double duty last year.
Yep.
They would finish up games and come up here and do a broadcast, or maybe they were knocked out of the tournament and did some extra commentary.
Our partner Brandon Cookson last night actually just got off the ice and came up. So it was a long day for him, I'm sure. Luckily, he loves the sport of curling. So.
Yeah, I think Scott Manners as well is on the slate for the finals, so as long as he's not playing in it.
Yep. And unfortunately, they were eliminated earlier tonight, so he will be here for the final.
Open and cleared the schedule for the final.
That's right. They had a great run, a nice win there yesterday, and some really good games. So just coming up short here, and here to mention, maybe tough to score 2 here.
Another look
red,
at,
but definitely an opportunity.
Another look at which one's shot stone and. Them? Did they say them? In another language?
Yeah. It sounded like they maybe think it's yellow. I don't know. From here, I would bet it was red. But,
he's going to do well to stop this and not going back.
Believe it or not, I have been wrong before. So.
I think we're with camera angles there. We'll leave it to them with what they're looking at, and not the camera. Let the measuring stick do the final. But
not sure what he's called here now.
This be a draw bump,
or maybe an in off on that outside one. It looks like he's playing the out turn now.
Double,
so trying to come off that high one on the right side
and punch that Yellowstone straight out of the forefoot.
Also with his last here in 6. Looking for it to curl. It will, but not enough. And just go gliding past these 2 rocks in the forefoot.
And I think we have a counter from Whyte. I think Whyte scored 1 there. They're calling that, and
so Team Whyte has beat Hoesli to qualify on the B side. Hoesli will play tomorrow. Live to see another day, but our final here 6-1 for Ross Whyte over Hoesli. Thanks, Ian, for being here with me tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, Chris.
An absolute pleasure, and some great curling all around. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate everyone's support, and we will talk to you tomorrow when we're back here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Good night, everyone.
What's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again? Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.